Well, we spent time with families from the Autism Society of Nebraska, and those parents, they praise the Rose for hosting these workshops for their kids.
And now something new, an interactive production just for children on the autism spectrum. It's called A Pallet of Possibility.
Artistic director Matthew Gutschik returns. Good to see you, Matthew.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So what's this show about? Can you explain the focus of this and the audience that it's geared for?
Sure. So we have for years done shows on our main stage that are autism friendly, right? So we will invite folks and we will sort of try to create a more welcoming environment for kids that might have some sensory issues, might need to move a little bit, might need to vocalize a little bit. And our staff started to become hungry for an opportunity to go a little bit deeper. And there was this wonderful professor at the University of Northern Iowa who specializes in something called spectrum theater. She actually devises or crafts with her group of actors plays specifically for students with sensitivity, with sensory issues. And so we decided to try to partner with her and craft something for our audience that would also be welcoming to students who are in that pre-K age range as well. And it has been a beautiful success. I mean, the piece itself focuses on an exploration of color, so there's not necessarily a story to it, but there's a lot of guided play and improvised play that the audience gets to actively participate in.
So we're looking at video here, and you get a sense maybe of the interactive part of this production compared to others. Is that what makes it more unique as we're talking about how you're creating this original work? What are the most compelling parts of it where you say that this is what we were going for?
Sure. So, even as you look in this, these video clips, you can see that the lights don't really get too dramatic, which is something that's really good for individuals with sensory issues. There are not a lot of loud noises. The opportunities to participate are offered to each individual in the audience, but if somebody says no, that doesn't mean no for the rest of the show, it just means no to that one invitation. So we will come back to a student again and again and offer them that opportunity. You also saw in the clip that there's sort of unique seating. We have beanbag chairs and rocking chairs so that kids who might want to move about a little bit or vocalize are given the opportunity to do so.
They're not in rigid chairs with the metal arms and the whole thing.
With rows,
typical theater seating.
Is it in the theater? Is it on the stage? Where
it's actually in our second theater, which is upstairs. It's called the Hitchcock Theater. So you guys have probably been to our 910-seat big house.
Right.
This one really only seats about 120 people. It's much smaller. We've taken the seating down onto the floor of that stage, so it creates a really intimate playing environment for the show.
And it was 2 days ago that this show opened. What's the response been from a lot of these kids?
I have to say that one of my most moving experiences working in the theater came when we previewed this show for an audience from Madonna School, which works with individuals who have some developmental disabilities. And as soon as they started giggling with the performers, I totally lost it because, we like to think about theater as a vehicle for not only social change, but for helping kids reach their fullest potential. And so to be able to speak directly to kids that are really, really young, but also individuals with some sensory issues is something that is totally a dream come true. So.
And laughter is the best medicine, isn't it? If
Absolutely.
you get these kids to laugh, it's a great feeling.
Well, and the community aspect of it, we know that's hugely important for parents and their kids as it relates to autism. So do you have any other productions? I feel like you might be opening up a really great can of worms here.
Yeah.
Do you have plans for anything more?
The idea is to continue with this work. We hope to make this kind of play something that we do on a yearly basis. And this also represents an expansion of our programming to speak directly to those kids in that preschool age range. Because if you bring a 3-year-old to our main stage shows, a lot of them are going to be really, really wonderful opportunities. But some kids want to talk really loud, or they want to process things verbally with the person, with their parent or guardian. So we're doing 2 of these this year. The next one is called A Garden of Verses, and that's going to be happening in February.
And for this show, you had a performance this morning, so you couldn't get some of the performers into the studio today here.
Yeah.
But for viewers out there who may want to bring their kids, what's the best way to do that?
Sure. So you can go to our website, rosetheater.org, or call the number on the screen. And we have performances through November 14th. We actually have performances on the weekends as well as weekday mornings. So if there's a parent at home that has a kid who might really think that this is a lot of fun, we would really encourage them to bring them any weekday as well as on Saturdays or Sundays.
Call to get tickets or visit rosetheater.org. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll
Good stuff
maybe
over
see you in February.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Have you back. Talk about the new one.
Tomorrow